3:30 a.m. My wife's dog, puking, woke me up. Had to run it outside to finish puking while stepping in its puking 30 minutes before my turkey alarm was gonna go off. So I was like, screw it, I'll clean up the puke. I'll get out the door early. That's why I'm drinking a Black Rifle right now at 1 o'clock in the afternoon, because I'm tired, but I'm not tired of talking about archery. Today, we're gonna discuss this nock set that Joel Turner, the way he does it for Bodie's bows that wins world championships. I posted a little something on Instagram. I got over 1,000 shares. I think there's 100 comments on there. I also put it on TikTok, which I'm not a TikToker. That's a post and goes for me. I saw the comments. I want to read some of them, and I want to get practice, so I want to set Riley's up with one soft knot and redo his D-loop. I'm worried about broadhead tuning. I know Bodie doesn't shoot fixed broadheads. I typically do. I know Riley will on his elk. So we're gonna see if we can, if that messes tuning with broadheads, and go over some of your concerns and show you something really cool from Matthews and show you how we find arrows that go missing. Come along.
We're looking at what happens when you tie knots inside of your loop, right? So everybody wants 2 nock points inside of here, but what we've found through our experimentation is that if you put 2 nocks in here, especially if you have 2 knots the same width, then you always end up, the center of the loop is higher and you get negative nock pressure from the bottom. And this angle gets even worse the more you go to full draw. Like this bow is only at like half draw. So this gets worse and worse and worse. So you're creating this negative nock pressure, which lightens the contact of your arrow on the rest. If you're shooting any type of blade rest, that's when your arrow rest that's when it always falls off your arrow rest. Like, we used to do it like this. We did a double constrictor on the top and a triple constrictor on the bottom, just to get that bottom nock to move the center of the loop slightly lower. But we found that it wasn't quite as accurate as 1 knot on the bottom. And so just on these draw boards, we can really start to see why. 80-pound Magi braid Dacron fishing line.
And you buy it where?
Bass Pro Shops. Got it? Cast it over. Make an X. Make another X. Put it under the right 2 arms of the X and pull it up. Okay. Now we take that and we go through the left arm of the X. Just, you don't have to go around anything or anything like that. Just put it right straight through there. That's your double constrictor knot. Do you want it going through the top of the burger hole?
Whatever wins world championships.
Okay. We're going through the middle of the burger hole then.
That's not going to be my default answer anymore. Your silly questions is whatever the world champion does.
See where it's at in relation to the burger hole? You want that going through the middle to start with. Don't start with it so high. It'll change how your bow holds.
Didn't know I was doing tinkering with Joel today.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool.
There we go. That through the middle of the burger hole.
Doesn't even puff it out.
No, you don't need to puff 23 out. Just let it burn.
Got it.
You go same side of the string, and then that comes underneath. So the tail of it is away from you on the top.
Yes, sir.
And the other one is on the back side of the string. So that your tail comes through this way. Because you don't want a very long loop, right? This is just for the initial setting of the knot. So I just do that first, just so it doesn't move so much, and then I'll just get it down there. IP.
5.
So when you do it like this, you don't need much room.
Okay.
You just need like 1 thread worth.
Gotcha.
Is about all you need. So you got to leave yourself quite a bit on 23. Just because you're going to be burning it quite a ways.
Okay.
And crush the core. Now you're ready to set that sucker in there. There you go. Okay, so now this is,
Oh my gosh.
loop that we just tied on there. So now we've got a double constrictor on the bottom. We've got 23, BCY 23, which is slightly more limber. And you'll see how straight this is. It's straighter than it was before. You don't have this weird angle on it. And the center of this loop, if we put an arrow on here, you'll see the center of the loop, the center of this hook is slightly below the center of the nock of the arrow. So we have slight positive nock pressure from the top. That's what holds our arrow on there and ends up with more consistent highs and lows.
All right, so first things first, let's read some of these comments on Instagram, which is what I check regularly. I don't really do a lot of TikTok. We'll go to most recent, and we got, let's see, this is why we all watch ElkShape ABT. You guys should make a full YouTube video on this. Okay. So we are going to consider how the bow is being held from below center, allowing the top to pivot. Bet if you put a level from the limb bolt to the limb bolt before and after drawing it, you'll see the level change. So I do think that the Matthews grip is lower. They're top heavy. They have a lot more riser on the top half. This may only work better for Matthews. I don't know. We're just finding out. And I don't know if Joel does this on all of Bodie's, because Bodie has won some world championship with a Hoyt. He just recently won with the Matthews. I don't know. But I think this might be a better way. We're gonna find out. This is not a conclusive video, but this is a video to show you in depth how to do that if you didn't see it on social media. When we bebop over to TikTok though, they get rowdy over there at TikTok. So we're gonna go, oh man, that video's got 100,000 views on TikTok. And real question, why are you fully decked out in camo, complete with bino pouch while working in a pro shop? Joel had just got done turkey hunting. He didn't change out of his attire. This is not a bow shop. This is my studio. And that's all I have to say. The purpose of double tie-ins, so double nock sets, is to prevent uneven nock pinch at full draw from uneven knots of a D-loop. The tighter you tie, the more pinch there is, and 95% of the shooters won't know the difference. This guy may be right. So you should read the comments on the TikTok under ElkShape, read the comments on our Instagram, read the comments under YouTube. While you guys make comments, I will probably be shooting my bow, working out, scouting, and not on the internet. But since you're here, I want to talk about Riley's bow. This is that UV slider hand-me-down. This bolt is stripped, so we couldn't flip this head around. So you see it's kind of half-assed backwards. And I don't think he really likes that. And I'm taking Riley to TAC San Antonio, and I told him if he was a good boy, he'd be able to shoot one day and not film. Then an awesome subscriber sent this to Riley in the mail. Same company, newer driver. I like the Landslyde better. There, I said it. I just do. It's what I know. So shout out to Justin Rothel from Queen Creek, Arizona, for sending my nephew a left-handed Landslyde. That's a $500+ sight, Riley. So you're gonna have to take that guy flying or something. All right, so what we're gonna do is get Riley a new sight and then change his nock sets. I think I'm gonna do that right now. Michael Allman set this up, so it's probably super tuned. Let me untune it for you right now, Riley. I'm gonna go ahead, and you're running the Sonics. So I'm gonna put you a silver Sharpie right down the middle. Okay, this is the part I don't like, and that is cutting nock sets and not damaging. There we go. Magibraid Dacron 80-pound test fishing line. That's a mouthful. Double constrictor knot. Just learned how to do it 4 days ago. Haven't practiced. Let's see how this goes. Okay, we're gonna cast it over and make an X. Make another X. And then we're gonna go underneath both these X's. We're gonna go around. Okay. Oh yeah, we're backwards because you're left-handed. I'm gonna put it on the rest. And I'm gonna hold it right there. I like it. So I just have the center of the arrow going through the center of the burger button. and make sure that your QAD is all the way up. So I'm gonna push it all the way up. That's good. Let's grab some BCY23. You don't have to puff this stuff up. So we can make this a ball. Grab me my fire. And you just burn this stuff longer than you would normal, so. And then we're gonna leave ourselves some real estate here. And we're gonna finish her off with one more snuggie. Okay. What's good?
Not much, how are you?
I'm pretty good. What do you know?
Yeah. Did you have a good Easter?
Oh, yeah, dude. Easter's the best, man. He is risen.
Like, hunting Kodiak or backpacking into the backcountry, you want extra arrows. The beauty of that clip is, it'll hold up to 6, but it'll also hold 1 securely, 2 securely. You get what I'm saying? So if you want 3 extra arrows, but you want to protect the fletching, works well for that. The magazine is more like just organization. So we all have arrows rolling around the back of our truck. It's an easy, quick way to organize them on your workbench, in your shop, clean your arrow storage out. So
That's cool. Wow.
Yeah.
That could be really handy like on a backpacking hunt where like you got 5 arrows in your quiver and you want to stow like you said, like this is, for me, this solves a lot of backcountry stuff,
Right.
because even elk hunting, it's not the Yukon, it's not, Sitka Island, but like, man, if you're going in the backcountry for deep days, like,
Yeah.
this
You
is,
get your quiver full of 5 arrows. You can have 3 backup, 6 backup, whatever you want.
all right, so we haven't shot through paper, but we just swapped out for the Landslyde, that single pin. Ooh, that's money. String level's on, bubble is level. I even threw a Hamsky Gen 2 Pro on. Everything's level, so I don't think we're gonna have to adjust his rail at all, which is good. He will need to make some adjustments on his 3rd axis, but so far so good. So I'm gonna take his accurate sight tape. This is a precision cut. Take that off, and then we'll get it on this plate and get him shooting through paper. There we go. Yes.
It's weird having my bubble in the right spot. I keep looking at the top of the sight to find my bubble, but it's not there.
Okay, now we gotta so this is Riley, he's gonna experiment with the Joel Turner knock set. We gotta get your sight in marks, so you need to find probably 60,
Cool.
and then just put that sight tape on it.
Sounds good.
Arrow Vault provides the most minimalist and streamlined arrow storage solution on the market. The Arrow Vault magazine securely holds 6 arrow shafts and is available in 3 size variations to accommodate most common arrow shaft diameters. The different magazines, and I have a medium, so that would work for my 5.0s, but for my X10 Parallel Pros, I would need to get a small. I just think that is so slick, and yeah, I think this is gonna hit local dealers early May, so kind of first looks here at the old ElkShape YouTube channel, so appreciate you guys. Last thing we gotta go do is get Riley's tape, find his 60, and then slap that tape on. And then I might have lost a few arrows in my little archery range out here, so I'd like to use a metal detector and see if we can find any arrows.
My arrow flight a lot better.
I said the same thing with that knock set.
Yeah.
I see the arrow flight from the time it breaks, which I'm not used to.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is. back and forth. Easing the tension, baby. Ooh, ooh.
It's a pretty good target right there. Oh, it might be wire.
No, I think it's narrow.
Oh! What'd you
dig it out of there. You're gonna have to pull it straight out, probably this way.
It works! Dude, that's a $20 arrow, that's a $10 component, it's a $5 frickin' fill point, that's a aftermarket knock. What else you got?
All right, well, let's see if we got one.
Oh!
Right there.
Found something.
Oh, there
Looks
it
like
is.
an arrow.
Oh, here it is.
Right here. That ain't mine.
Whose is that?
I don't know. I've had a lot of people shoot here.
I think that is a Nate Illingsworth arrow.
Oh, yeah. Aha. Come and get it, Nate. What do we got here, boys? This is the one.
This one we've been looking for.
Yep.
Nice.
The lighted knock. All right. That's 1, 2, and either a Towson or a Nate Illingsworth arrow. That's it. It works. Guys, what do we do today? Well, we got Riley a Landslyde. Thanks again, a subscriber, sending that to him for free. Freaking awesome. He's going to take that to San Antonio for tack. We tested Joel Turner's knock sets. That's worked well for Bodie. Riley made a comment that he could see the arrow better, and I made that comment the day before after I put that knock set on. That's kind of weird. We're gonna test it out, see about knock pinch, and see about broadhead tuning. This might be the way, guys. Comment below your thoughts. I'm interested to know them. Make sure you subscribe. It helps support us. Separations in the preparation. Catch you on the next one.